Okay. Um, I was out at Century the other day, and they finally decided to go ahead and start parting out some of the bits and pieces from the turret lathe that I did a video on, I don't know, a few weeks ago. The big thing I wanted off of the machine was this assembly here, and I'll show you guys why in just a minute. But this is a Warner Swasey device. So I might look up that serial number, see if I can get any information on it. But anyways, this was mounted in a turret lathe. Bring you around the back here. I'm hoping that this part is threaded into the body of it, and that I can unthread that and make a modification or make a new mounting shaft for it for the other purpose. But anyways, let me show you the other things here. So there was, I'm pretty sure this is a piece of high-speed steel. I can't tell for sure if this is yet or not. I'll have to try to cut something with it and see if that's high-speed steel or not. But there was also these interesting, unusual pieces of brazed carbide. And that little gadget there that appears to engage with the bottom of these, it's a little wedge-shaped thing. So I'm assuming that was made to secure these. They had all kinds of unusual looking devices in a crate that went with this lathe or was part of this lathe. If I get a chance, maybe in the next couple days, I'll go back out there and do a video on those things if people are interested, because some of them are kind of interesting, or at least interesting looking to me. But the other big thing I was interested in out there was these two things for sure. And this had that, I think it's just a extension. I don't think it's an adapter. I think it's just longer version of this taper, whatever taper that is. At any rate, took me a little bit of doing to pop that out. This cutter came in this device, and this thing was laying loose on the machine. I'm assuming this was for some sort of trepanning operation or something. And then brazed carbide boring bar, looks like it's professionally made. And then some, looks like shop built, in-house built boring bars. This looks like almost, this is kind of extra shiny. I wonder if this is tool steel or something like that, but it's got a piece of brazed carbide actually brazed onto the end of this shaft. And this guy looks like it's a 3/4 inch rod. Looks like they put 1/4 inch increments on each end of it, and it's got a angled slot for high-speed steel and a straight across slot for high-speed steel. So anyways, those will come in handy for odds and ends. But let me pause the camera, and I'll take you into the garage and show you what I have in mind at some point in the future for this Warner Swasey device. Okay, so here's the thing. If I ever want to really use this slaughter as a shaper, one of the things that it can't easily do is downfeed. Or when I say downfeed, I mean downfeed as a shaper would do. Whereas you have, a cutter here and you move it downwards. So therein kind of lies the one little hiccup or the one thing that seems like it could possibly be a hiccup under certain types of circumstances. The one thing that dawned on me is trying to use the shaper part of this as a means to cut dovetails on a 60-degree angle, that sort of thing. I wouldn't be able to necessarily do it in a manner that would be normal by normal shaper operations. Anyways, what I've debated possibly doing, so for a while I had contemplated getting something like a lathe cross slide, or excuse me, compound, a lathe compound, and either securing it to this section here or removing this part, or even possibly removing this entire head here, because there's a round boss here that this whole thing attaches to the ram. Anyways, my 2 or 3 ideas is to either turn something down that'll thread into this here, or take out this entire assembly and mount the back of, remove all the cylindrical stuff off the back of it and then mount that to this. This is where I'm still, I just got the thing today, so I'm still kind of working out the details in my head. Or now that I'm seeing this, possibly machine something on that would mount to the back of this that would basically replace this clamping mechanism there, and then that would attach onto the round boss onto the ram of this machine. So anyways, it's just one of those things that's probably many, many months in the future, but I had to actually get the device before it, winds up just becoming a pile of molten goo in a factory somewhere, or a foundry, whatever. But anyways, I just thought that would be interesting to share with someone, so I'll catch you guys later.